We good?
And we're live once again
and
after technical difficulties once more. Well, where we left off is number 5, but now we're going to start off with number 6 overall, the Thunder, Keelan Adams. And who better to talk about that than the man that hit the 3 in Keelan's eye? In a game we were just watching, Heat Thunder from last summer. Bill Orr, where do you think Keelan goes at 6?
I personally think Keelan could go either any way. We've seen Keelan go to numerous different people. But I think he goes with a guard. I think Cole would be a great pick there. We were talking on the break while the thing was going on. Scuba mentioned that they traded for Cole last year.
Yep.
They obviously made a great run. Got to the Western Conference Finals. You would think Cody or Cole would be a move there. I think Cole is the proof of what he wanted to do. So I think he would go that.
It makes sense. Now we're all at, as a consensus, we all thought Chris Shaw at 7 would like to get his quote ringer rookie Mekhi Bryant, which we don't know much about.
Not a quote. The kid's good.
Apparently he's pretty good.
He's not going to drop to 7. That's just my thought. He's going to get taken earlier, but one of these captains are going to take a risk on him, or at least reach out to him. Believe it or not, Facebook is great. You can literally just reach out to anybody. It's 2017.
Chris Shaw does not know this.
Chris Shaw.
Off the grid.
Chris Shaw.
Chris Shaw.
Jesus.
Yeah, sure enough, but Chris Shaw thought that only Flair should have the list of people, which is questionable. Very questionable.
Would be a unique season.
Do you think Shaw trades up?
I think Shaw will try to trade up. However, I think Bryant will drop. And I think
drop out of the league.
I think he'll drop out of the league, and the Raptors will stay put at 7. I think they go Chev.
All right, personally, Chris Shaw does not know that he thinks that Flair should only get the list. Chris Shaw, I'm just talking to you, dude. Draft me. I'll shoot 40 times a game. I have a great fadeaway from 75 out. Just saying.
Next.
Is Jamar playing this year?
Yeah,
Jamar is in the league. That's another possible.
I think that's who he drafts. Mekhi drops or gets taken.
That's another possible win.
If Jamar is there, which he will be there, I'd probably take Jamar.
Yeah, I agree.
Brings us to Booth Zone, Duffy Barrett, number 8, the Sixers. Where do we got the consensus pick for them?
I personally think that the Sixers should take Matt McGinty. He was an MVP candidate in the summer last year. You gotta go with him.
Yeah, Keelan, you like that?
Give me a shooter. Give me a shooter.
Whoa.
That's just my opinion.
Shots being fired all over the place.
It's just my opinion.
Anyone else?
I think Duffy stays in the booth, and I think he takes Ranj.
Yes.
It's a shooter, it's a defender. Ranj has size who can play down low. Both Duffy and Ranj can cover possessions 1, 2, 3, 4, and probably even 5. So you pick Ranj, you help yourself out in that aspect. He can hope to get another shooter or, coming back down, which I think he would attack for McGinty there in the second round. So I think Ranj.
That's one that makes sense. Pelicans with Rambo, once again, no Duffy this time around. Personally, I think they make a heavy pursuit up to get number 2 overall. I think they try to trade with the Celtics to take Dave Delantre. That's just me. Pelicans could go elsewhere. I think if he stays, you could see him throw a surprise pick and go Joe Affett, who he did draft last summer. Very forgotten. Very forgotten. He
They went to the hand job.
Thank you for that trade.
The hand job.
Hell of a handy, Rambo.
Can't forget Mike Wynn's role in that, too.
I think
he drafted
takes
Cole.
Chev.
DeStefano.
He got lost at Maurice Pier. He didn't know. He didn't know there was a season. For the first 7 games.
Okay, we're not talking about Mike Wynn here.
And it's getting a little heated here.
God, fucking window.
I think the Pelicans take Chev, personally.
A lot of picks, a lot of options for Rambo at 9. 10 overall, Vince. Anyone have any idea where Chicago's going to go?
Personally, I have no idea what the fuck Vince's doing. I have no.
He's a wild card.
I don't know either.
I think he takes.
I think he could take Bowman.
I think he takes Mike Schmidt.
Schmidt?
Wow!
Schmidt's
Schmidt's
You
one of the
think
better.
Schmidt?
Schmidt's one of the better.
Yeah.
Who do you have at 3? You had Jackson.
I had Randolph gun 3.
If Cherno doesn't take Jackson, Vince takes Jackson.
Yeah, I can see that.
Randolph's not falling his hand.
He could.
He could.
And
you know what?
Captain is saying
That is true. Because
Just
Rambo
saying.
performed. Rambo likes Jackson. Whoever's up there. Duffy could take Jackson.
Duff, yeah.
I think he takes Mike Schmidt because in the fall, I believe they think. I mean, they might have. They could have won a title if Vince went down with an injury. Vince was playing his best ball.
Dude, Vince was
playing his
balling
best
out.
ball.
Vince was balling out.
Yeah.
He was killing it.
Started to really find his stride there.
Yeah.
Brings us to 11 overall. Why don't we get some insight from the Heat's questionable GM over there, former captain Tim Lolly. What are your thoughts with the Heat at 11? Good or bad? What's the content here?
I mean, I do have a say in things, but in ultimate reality, it's Bill's team. So, I mean, I think we're pretty comfortable here, but we'll see if he makes some moves.
Can I chime in?
Let's hear what else we got. What do you got here for 11?
I think they trade up. I think they trade with Fine, and he drafts Pat Reddington. You can't. There's no way he doesn't draft what got them to the finals. A two-man horse. Well, two and role players.
Anyone else?
With the players that are dropping off the board, I'm gonna agree with Matt. Like you gotta trade up. But the question is like, do you trade with Fine? Because
You're not gonna get the kind of trade Fine got last summer.
You don't
Put it
know.
that
You
way.
don't know what the late picks are gonna be. Like obviously, Bill and Fine are really sitting right here, but you don't know what the late picks are gonna be.
Exactly.
You gotta if you trade up and you get 4 and ranking drops, which we have projected, as you can see on our big board. The graphics are coming later. Anyway,
no big board here. We don't have a big board in another podcast.
We'll have it.
That'll be the next podcast.
But yeah, as you can see, we have Reddington dropping to 4. You got to make that trade.
I think honestly, at 11, given the names that who did we have him getting that?
I had him getting Ranj because I didn't have Ranj getting drafted before.
Who did we have?
Him taking Tommy. Tommy Heston.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's a name we haven't.
If he
thrown out
goes
for anyone
Pat-
else either.
Yeah.
If he goes Pat, he should go Tommy. If Tommy drops.
Tommy will.
No, I think Tommy
If he doesn't get
Nah,
Tommy,
I think he
goes
trades
Demar
with
would
him.
take Tommy. Then.
I think Demar would take Tommy.
I
Would-
think-
I think the only way he gets into the top 4 is if he trades with him.
Would Bill or sorry, excuse me, didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
So if you do trade in the top 4, do you go Tommy or do you go Pat?
You won't get both, in my opinion. Unless
Either
Randall goes
or.
3.
No,
Either or. I'm saying, do you go
Who
Tommy
would you pick, Tommy or Pat?
or Pat?
There's no way he breaks up
At
by
4.
There's no way he breaks up. I don't care what he says. I don't care what he says at the
So
time.
you'll take Pat over Tommy?
Oh, dude, I don't know
We'll
about
have
that.
to do our homework.
Dude,
on
that
that.
chemistry.
Fine took a very satisfying sip of beer. Yeah.
So we're all in consensus here. You guys think we're trading up with Fine?
Yeah.
Everybody
Nah, it might not be.
I don't believe.
Who do you
that.
think they
I
take it
think so.
alone?
Flair thinks he's trading up with me.
I think that the Lakers might be making some moves. We'll see. I think the Heat, if Ranj is there, I think that will be the pick. If not, I think the Heat stay there. I don't
Who
know
do
what
you
options
take there?
we're really looking
Who
at
do you
here.
take there?
Cody,
Some
if
of the-
he's there?
Brandon Mason?
I don't see Cody on the Heat. I just don't picture it for some
Does
reason.
Bill go Athit?
That's what I was about to say. Just go that.
Does he go to the dark side?
Did the Heat make the move?
I will say that me and Lolly will sit down. We'll have conversations. We'll write down our top 15. We'll sit. We have players that we like. Top
That's my
15.
issue.
How about
Top,
Sean Kelly?
top 15 has nothing to
Kelly.
do with.
Wow. Sean Kelly!
We did not mention.
I think
that.
Sean Kelly goes before 11.
He might. I didn't even think of him.
Dude, he
So
yo,
forgot Sean
listen,
Kelly.
hold on.
I don't know.
I
Look
don't
at
care what you
these
say about Sean
teams.
Kelly. He was putting up 30 a night on the Zephyrs.
Yeah,
I know they
yeah.
stink, but he
Yeah,
was putting up 30 a
Who
night.
else was there to shoot?
In front of him.
Chris O'Brien. Not
do
being
you-
mentioned.
Yeah, we did not name
Well,
any.
yeah.
I don't think he takes
He
Tommy.
doesn't go
Let's
first.
say-
Yeah.
Who do you think
Wow.
above us will
Wow.
take
Check
Sean
the
Kelly?
see if we're still good.
That's a red dot.
I could see if Demar moved back to like 8 and 9 or moved with Rambo, he could take a Sean Kelly. Why not?
Yeah, that's a good pick for him.
Sean Kelly's a great pick, obviously, as a GM who traded for him, and we won a bunch of games afterwards. Sean Kelly's a great player. Sean Kelly's a great
Dude, he
player.
is a great player.
When he's engaged. When he's engaged.
Well, let's say he's a
When
good
Gotta be
player.
there mentally for
He's
it.
not a great player.
I'll
He
tell you-
doesn't have that edge to be a great player.
I'll tell you
He's a
this
good
much.
player.
I'll tell you this much. If I was to end up making a trade with Bill 4 to 11 and Sean Kelly was there and there weren't a couple other names there, I probably would take Sean Kelly.
Denver Rockets drafted Sean Kelly.
This is true.
Just
I would have kept him too.
Which Fine drafted that team, so.
Boy, another hotly debated issue.
Yeah, 2 straight titles. Congrats, Fine.
Thank you.
So 12, the
Thanks,
Grizzlies,
Tony.
Joe Brown. Are we all in consensus it would probably be Schmidt if
It would
they
be
stay
Mike
put,
Schmidt.
but the Grizz probably
think
will
he's-
try to move on.
I have some inside information that Joe Brown might be looking to put back together the Spurs.
Which
As
could be
a-
Sean
Is it
Kelly would
Sean
be.
Kelly?
Yep. That would have to be the guy there.
I think Brown tries to trade up, definitely.
Just don't know.
I
what to
agree.
do.
I agree.
But I think if Brown could get Sean Kelly at 12, I think he would be ecstatic. Because,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
you said,
it's a
he-
good player to fall
He
to
wants
12.
a big. Kelly is, as everybody might say, he's soft or whatever. He's still one of the biggest and most athletic guys in the
Good
league.
scorer.
He would take care of all those
He's
needs,
good, right?
and at 12 without having to move up. And then he gets a quick pick and
Not a
another,
bad pick there.
another what?
Personally, what I think how this whole thing is unfolding is Fine has to be licking his chops at this point because
Oh my
Getting
god.
everybody's going to go to Fine because if you look at it, Schleps is going to get the best player in the league. There's no reason to move. Tim O'Brien has a history of moving. I doubt he's doing that. And 3 is that Cherno, I think he stays because he's still getting a top 3 player. Fine being a top player in the league doesn't
No,
need
no.
a fourth.
Kendall
A number
Brown.
4 guy in the league. he can take any great offer. So I think you're going to see a lot of captains target Fine.
Look at the league lineup, leader in points and rebounds.
Yeah.
Fine can just
Yeah.
go wherever he wants.
Absolutely.
Get whoever
It's
he
pretty
wants.
easy to get rebounds when you just stand in the paint.
Oh, how? Wow.
Next
wow.
time.
Wow.
Pretty easy,
Wow.
pretty easy to increase your scoring when you leave out of it.
Oh, man.
And still scored less than the guy who just isn't in the
Oh,
basket.
man.
It's pretty easy when the other team puts their best
This is
player.
good. Alright.
You guys didn't want to have
Next team. Next
Well, the
team.
next person, we're just going to look right here in
Oh,
Laker.
Lakerland.
Lakerland.
We don't need to say
No
too many
chance
words
Lakerland
here.
doesn't
of
jump
Lakerland.
higher.
The
If I-
Lakers will be moving.
I was gonna say,
If I
Claire, is your goal now move up? Because you have to think about it. We know you wanted a lot. We know you might. If you didn't want a lot, you want Seibel, maybe Pat. Now knowing that Schleps and Timmy O'Brien likely aren't moving and taking Seibel into lot, do you still want to go top 5, or do you want to move into only maybe top 8?
Lakers will be moving up. We will not be picking from 13. We're going to try to make some pursuits at a 1 through 5. After
Okay.
that,
Could you trade back?
trading back, I wouldn't rule that out either.
You have a history of that,
We-
don't you?
Yeah,
What,
one
get
of the
rid of your
few
first?
captains to ever not have a first-round pick.
So I just want to point this out. The Clippers in the summer drafted Chris O'Brien. His name hasn't been brought up yet. The Lakers don't move when they take another Chris O'Brien.
I think. I
Definitely
honestly
a
think.
prospect on the board.
I know what it would be, and I'm not even going to name it because what I think it could be if he stayed at 13 because I don't want him to pick it. So.
Also, personally, I'm very happy with drafting Brandon
I
Mason.
see.
Brandon Mason hasn't even been mentioned either. And that could
You know
he,
what I mean?
he could be there at 13.
Brandon Mason.
Brandon
I don't-
Mason could be there at 13.
I think he would take Chris before he'd take Brandon. Just
I
because
don't
past
think
chemistry.
I don't think he takes Chris only because they had Ron's that year as well, and Ron's because
that was a good draft.
He had
So
it
you
was
don't-
a good draft.
You don't
he
think
takes
there's a
Chris.
chance
That was a
that
great draft.
Flair
That was a great
takes
draft.
Chris O'Brien and around back takes Tyler Scory?
Wow,
Goes for the offense, defense.
dude,
defense.
that would be
That's
okay.
3
That-
guards.
That
That'd
would
be 3 guards.
But Alex can guard
And it would
different
probably
positions.
be able to be doable
Because Chris would be the scorer,
Thanks,
and me and
yeah.
Alex would be the defense.
I think Flair's formula is get that one score and then get defense around it. Thank you for
First
taking
off,
my
on-
idea
in
that
the
Lakers.
in the Lakers system, Chris O'Brien could be exactly what he wants to be. He could shoot as much as he wants. He would probably average 30 plus.
I'll tell you this
points a
much: if I trade back with Flair to get 13 and what is it? 13 and what do you have?
13 and 20.
Yeah.
I would consider that.
Lolly,
That-
Lolly, what do you think the Lakers should do?
game. Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know.
It's such a tough pick.
Yeah, dude, 13
is 13
Okay, wait.
lottery-wise is not a
Here's the
pick.
question:
just
Flair,
because-
Flair,
Really not. One of
since
the
you
worst.
since we're talking about too many guards and everything, if Sean Kelly fell to 13, would you take him?
That'd be a big that would provide scoring, and I would not rule out him, and I would not rule out Mike McGarry.
That was my
That's a
Mike
name.
McGarry has not even been mentioned.
Where's-
yet.
where's Mike
I
McGarry
think,
go?
I think this draft isn't as weak as I feel like we're making
No,
it
I
out
think
to
it's a
be.
Draft
very,
not
it's a
weak at
very
all.
deep
I mean, if
draft.
we're talking about Mike McGarry dropping to 13,
Right,
and
that's
Sean
the
Kelly,
incredible.
that's pretty
This
good.
is number one
The
pick.
draft's amazing because last year, let's think about the fall. Going
Fall
into the
is terrible.
fall, it was like everybody knew who was 1, 2, and then after that, it was like, well, we knew 3, Bill, and then you went 3 or 4.
4.
4. Oh, yeah, Schmidt 4. But then it was like, who's going after that? Who do you think is the first round value after that? You know what I mean?
There's
Like,
a lot of depth. And that,
So-
but not the same as this draft. There's
Right,
a lot
this
more.
year-
a lot more talent.
this year,
all over.
I mean, if you think about it, a top 8, you're getting what? Worst case, Cody
Cody.
at 8,
Cody
Ron,
Cole, Randolph,
Randolph,
Sean
and-
Kelly.
You're,
I
you're-
necessarily don't think 13's a bad spot for
right,
him.
what I'm saying is,
13's not
for him,
the worst, but
in
for the
his
lottery,
spot,
for what I
Right,
wanted,
for
this
Flair,
was
what
the
he wanted.
worst.
If Fine got 13
if I got 13, I'd be
first,
happy. Exactly. I thought I was gonna get late and be happy. Now I'm like Bill said. I'm gonna sit here.
I
I'm
think
going to
when-
entertain offers.
I
Let's put it
think
that
when
way.
Flair...
So I feel like basically it's just like the type of player you are and what
Exactly.
you want.
Yeah.
Like we said, like we stated before, Fine being as though he's a scorer, he doesn't really need anything.
Yeah,
Just
just you can
defense.
fall back.
Just get load up on
Defense.
defense again. The
Defense.
Rockets formula.
First off, 2 titles.
It was there.
What more do you need to say?
Dude, don't put it away that if I was to move back, I wouldn't get you with one of those picks.
Defense.
Two titles in a row. That's all you gotta say about that.
Next.
14
I'll buy
for
the
Wolves.
Dominique jersey as well.
The Wolves, Tom Bremy. Again, he was once told he was going to have number 1 overall by Lolly. The Wolves
Terrible.
did not get number 1 this time. They got 14.
You
And
love looking at seeing it like somebody's.
Dude,
Scoot, where do you think the Wolves go? Where do you think Bremy goes? He has a history of being all over the place.
In my opinion, I mean, I think Bremmy's got to move up. I think he does. I think he's got to move up.
I honestly think he should go Mason.
I agree.
That's a good pick.
That's
I
not
agree.
a bad pick for him. He's
I
going to
1,000%
probably
agree.
want to score.
Listen, like as a person
If
who
you
drafted Mason and played with Mason, like he will have that game, like that one game. Like obviously the Rockets game was, thank God, was the game where he had literally he couldn't miss. That was his game. That was the game he had.
winner.
And he will have those games. Like he has those.
Trust me.
No offense to the Latin Disciple. He will have those games where he is literally unguardable and the best player in the league. He will have those games.
Trust me,
So
the Heat in Game 2 of that Eastern Conference Finals last year in the summer, the Heat now.
He'll have those games.
Yeah.
Yep.
And something that no one ever talks about, and I can state it because Mason's covered me. Very underrated defender.
Very long.
No one talks about because you get by him because he's maybe not the quickest moving side to side or laterally or whatever, but his length makes up for it. And I know I've had issues against him.
Yeah.
He is he can guard, again, several positions because of the weird length he has. So, I mean, it can work.
In that game against the Rockets, he covered Jamar. And Jamar, he had a good game. He got his, but he had to take a lot of shots. So Mason would be a good spot for
So you
Remy.
think Remy could go Mason and then Sam Kishball?
Well, you guys know my thoughts on the pistol. I think
He's a good player. Very good player.
I think he's the
Love
top
watching
guy.
Lolly's faces of angst over there.
Who else could Remy go in the second
I don't
round?
like Pistol. I just don't like him.
Oh, here we go. Scuba on cut.
Oh,
Hashtag scuba on cut.
I just don't. That's just me personally. I think he shouldn't. If he takes it,
The fifth pump.
We still
If
got
he
a red
take-
light over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you, I can tell you
Yeah,
this.
sure.
If I hear about the Lakers pace one more time, I'm jumping off Flair's roof.
No, because that's what Tony wanted, and Tony got what?
No,
How many
no,
shots
I've-
as a
I've-
team?
I've
when
said
when
that-
teams go into games, you try to get. There's teams that try to get as many shots as possible. And there's teams that try to limit other teams.
No, I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying if I hear about it one more time, I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, okay.
I like it. I always say in this.
Okay.
I mean, the teams I've been successful with, they're very very fast. You get out on the fast break and you're defensive.
I'm gonna
I think besides Slepet shooting 50 times a game, which he shouldn't be because you
30
can't
points a game.
because you can't shoot.
30 points a game.
Wow, Lolly coming in
Wow.
former MVP.
You deserved it. But I just think what I'm saying is I think you would have been a lot better.
He
with
did
Slepet.
not deserve MVP. Let's cut that. He didn't deserve MVP that year. He didn't.
Another
This
fist
isn't
bump.
the.
Another fist bump.
No, he's talking about five.
I'm talking about no. I'm not. We can fist bump, but
Oh,
I'm
okay, back.
Five didn't deserve MVP that year.
You
Their
did.
team was the #1 seed in the East, were they not?
Yeah,
They were.
They were
above the Bobcats.
Yeah.
above the
Bobcats
Bobcats
was
who
three.
won the chip that year. So I mean, he did what he had to do to get MVP.
Dude, for
I
the
think he
fall-
averaged 20 and 10 that
First
year.
off, for
if I'm
the-
not mistaken.
For the fall Lakers, we're getting a little bit off track, but for the
All
fall
right, here's
Lakers,
another name that I want to throw out there.
Wow.
Final match like
Just
yeah,
because-
I averaged 27.3 points a game.
Listen, I don't. Where will Dwight go? That's a
he
nine.
has not even brought up yet.
Bremy could.
Remy guys, I think
Yep.
Remy could
Get
take
those free haircuts.
Okay. Remy doesn't cut anything. Or just has the biggest beard in the league.
Or does Bremy take Connor at 14?
Connor the GOAT? Oh my god. I can't believe I haven't mentioned
Last pick in the draft.
No, two more. 15, 16.
So 15
Yeah,
overall, the
okay,
guy
fine.
who probably got the worst luck overall from where he was supposed to get to where he ended up, Kings with Kevin Quinn. Always been a wild card. Typically does not make any moves whatsoever in terms of the draft pick. So I think the Kings will definitely stay put at 15.
First off, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna be very shocked if Quinn knows when the draft is. Hopefully, fine. Gets all know him on Facebook. That'd be amazing. If he doesn't-
Hopefully it gets announced at the Sixers game.
Yeah, dude, seriously, Jesus Christ.
Dude, who will Quinn take?
He has to take a guard.
He has to take.
I think if McGarry's there, I
Will
think that
Mike
would be the
McGarry.
pick. I think Mike McGarry would be the pick.
I don't think there's a shot in hell Mike McGarry gets to 15.
There's no way.
I'm thinking he will not right now, looking at it all. But if he, I
If
think
he
that's
does,
a possibility.
Sure.
I don't know who else Quinn would target.
I'm throwing it out there. Kevin Quinn might take Mike White.
Mike
Mike-
White. That's
Mike
another
White.
name you got to throw out there. The kryptonite.
He might take Mike White because he's going to hear about Mike White maybe the 4 or 5 times he checks into the captain's chat. They're like, oh, this guy seems like he's pretty good.
4 or 5
and
times.
then I'll draft him. Then I'll draft him.
It seems like we're all in agreement that there's a bundle of guys that could either go high or
Go
slip.
8 or go
It
6.
sounds like the Sean Kellys, the McGarrys, the
Dwight.
Masons, the Dwights are all kind of, they could go 7, 8, 9. They could go
Yeah.
15, 16, 14, but you know.
I
So I
mean,
think.
I'm going to say, like, usually every single year, like, the rookies get hyped, but then the vets always go early. Everyone takes what they know. Everyone takes what they know because you can't take any risks on people you don't know who they are. It's just how it goes every single draft. And I'm going to say this. If Matt McGinty drops 15 and gets on the Kings, what's going to happen there?
Let's just. Kevin, please don't pick me.
Wow.
I like you as a person. Look, I can't do the whole forfeiting thing. It really hurts.
Oh
me.
my god.
Wow.
Literally just said, please don't pick him.
Don't pick me.
No. If you can pick me at he's got 15, 18. What do we have after that? Like that next your third round pick. If I'm there,
Third
pick
round.
me.
You're first
not
round
gonna drop
talent.
to the third.
You're first round talent. Get that Kings jersey. Get that for that.
I had a Kings jersey, a Chris Webber
Yeah, the
jersey.
Chris Webber.
actually.
Well, I'll get Quinn Zier to pick you.
So it brings us to 16, the last pick of the first round, and I think a guy that 100% will be making a move and is not happy with it.
Andrew
Cavs
Schaefer.
with Andrew Schaefer.
No, I think he likes it.
I think he likes
he
16.
I think he'll move
A
up.
lot of trade bait with 16.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Yeah.
trade his pick for a fucking bottle of Gatorade. He did it in the season, in the fall.
Yeah.
No one
I
made
think
more
he'll make the
trades.
moves.
When Jamar's not that good. Jamar's top 5 player in the fall.
If Jamar falls to 16, he could fall to 16.
I
Yeah.
don't think he falls.
I don't think he'll.
I don't think Schaefer could take the risk again, given what he saw when
He
Jamal
still
was
owes him
a bomber.
$60.
And he does still owe him the money as well, which is
Well,
an issue.
the money thing is just out the door. Jamar's really good.
He's a solid player.
Dude, Jamar is
Did not fit on the Bombers, but then made the move, and both teams improved. So
they
you
did.
can't say the trade was
Don't
bad for
free to
this
start
team.
it, please. So,
Well,
I'm gonna completely shift gears. I just want to get a booth talk here. Do we like Placido Lamingo, Betty Lau, or Bomford?
we're gonna take a poll. We're gonna
Bomford.
we gotta take a
Take a poll.
take a poll on Facebook.
Yeah. Facebook.
What were the names again?
Okay, we'll see. at the
Placido
poll.
Lamingo, Betty Lau, or the amazing
And
Bomford.
we gotta throw in the dark horse Aristotle.
Yeah.
The Muppet that had advocate for blind awareness.
Very, very generous, you know.
Yeah, it was in the right direction. Bomb didn't care for that one. Why, Bomb?
Because he's not generous. Ow.
So you didn't like the Muppet Street
So-
movie.
I just had to ask that. I had to get off my chest. Sorry. Continue.
It was something we were all wondering. Now any other observations here from the order?
Who do you think the biggest winner of the lottery was?
Oh, definitely.
It's gotta be the Hawks.
Definitely
It's
fine.
gotta be the Hawks. But again, the
100%
Jazz
fine.
getting one. only
Schlepp's
having
getting
two
one
games
is
pretty
dangerous,
good.
whether you want to hear it or not. The dude averages 30 points a game.
First off, Schlepp's and Seibel, that's 60 points right there.
Exactly.
That's 60 points.
I think they would work well together, honestly.
I don't think
guard?
it's gonna, I don't think it's gonna work.
Why?
I don't think it's gonna work.
I think that there would be frustration.
I think they're
for
going
us.
to lose interest with the guys around them.
The
Exactly.
guys around them.
They would need to draft players who really value not shooting.
I
Something we
They could
didn't
get
address
cool.
was think about that. The Jazz have one, and then 32 and 33 would be their next picks. Where do they go with those picks?
I would think they'd go
More
defense
shooters,
and
more
one
defense,
shooter. I would
another
go
big.
defense and
What
one
about
shooter.
Quill?
They could take Quill
No, I
there.
don't think they go round 2 Tyler Quill.
32 is not
bad.
bad. He went like 15 in the fall, which he shouldn't have, but he did. I'm saying like
Schleppitz made the playoffs with the Sixers in the summer.
They did.
That team was solid.
That team was
pretty
very good.
Even though-
Very good.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
More
solid team.
offensive possessions.
They could take those
They
kind of
took
kids.
forever.
Tommy Anella. Who,
Tommy Anella.
And
Tommy
that was
Anella.
Dave Barron.
Aaron in the pool, will he play?
Oh, he
That's
is in the
another.
pool?
He's in the
Yeah.
pool, yeah.
That's a
Well, you gotta
lot.
think about it this way.
That's a
If
guy
if
again.
Schleppitz-
Quinn
if-
could take.
If Schleppitz goes Seibel, you could argue they have 2 of the best rim finishers in the league.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
At the
Like,
rim.
you could argue they are the 2 best rim finishers in the
At
entire
that point, I
league.
think they would need a perimeter guy.
Right, they need
someone
a
from the outside.
shooter and then defense. But it's not. I mean, Schlepp's isn't horrible defensively, and Seibel can defend.
They can cover who they need to.
Excuse, what do you think
What
about
about the other 3 guys?
this? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like he's not picking till the 70s. He's picking 32 and 33
Yeah, but-
back.
So who do you get at 32 and 33?
Yeah, egos get involved, whether you want to hear it or
I-
not.
I-
I know the
me
Rockets,
personally,
this, that.
I'm in
egos
the
get
pool.
involved.
Eagles always get involved.
I'm going to tell you right now. Me personally, I'm in the pool. If I go to that team, I'm upset. I want my shots too.
Personally, if I go to that team, I don't give a shit.
I want my shots too.
So you
That would be
Maybe
a very
Schleppitz
team
goes
performance.
Tony and Mike White, 32 and 33,
Yeah, well.
to go along with Seibel.
Mike White.
That's
If
two
Mike
kids,
White
that's not
lasts till
guaranteed to be
33, that's just double.
Mike White, for those who don't know, he's 6'10".
Guard.
But he's going to play 1 game in playoffs, maybe?
Yeah, which-
One game and playoffs.
Another
And
topic.
playoffs.
Should players be allowed to play just 1 game in regular season?
Oh, this is
It's
another
a whole different topic.
A
I
whole
vote
nother
down.
topic.
I think
say no.
Fender should be allowed to because of his love
Fender,
for the league.
NWL vet, love for the league.
Right.
First off,
league.
Fender,
That's
good
makes sense.
NWL Hall of Fame Fenders in it.
Like, I think...
I'm saying right
There's a
now.
Hall of Fame.
I'm
There's a
saying
Hall
right
of
now.
Fame? Who's in it?
Me, Stark, Blank, Humph.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, Lally Fish. Tim Lally uncut. Tim Lally
Let
uncut.
me say something. okay, blank was a Hall of Famer, went from like NOBL 1 to like 3 until good players started getting in the league.
Oh man!
And then it got fucking real.
Oh
Okay?
Dude, you remember when he put you in a blender last year and gave you like a 20 piece?
And then, remember when we won? Yeah. So I don't want to hear it.
Do we need to get into this game?
What? Go in this game? Oh,
Do we need to get into that game?
are you hearing that too?
What? That's just poor sportsmanship.
Just kidding.
No, you weren't.
You bring it up all the time. Get over it.
Yeah, bring it up how I'm angry. And
Did
you bring up.
Did you make the playoffs? It's worse. It's not worse than Adam
Yeah, but they
fucking
could've
getting the
went from-
score wrong.
They could have went from the 5
Against the
seed
Thunder
to
game.
we
What's
would've
worse?
moved up. We
That,
would've
moved
legend
up.
Adam Hogan.
that or the Adam messed up the Thunder.
One man we haven't mentioned, Adam Hogan.
Adam,
Where's he
wait,
going?
hold on.
No one cares.
The booth wants to know, where does Adam Hoagland go?
You have to
Miami.
assume the Kings will not take him based on Adam's comment on the post saying
Yeah.
he did not want to deal with
I
the
will be
same
very
thing.
happy if Kevin
Kevin,
takes out.
I will
I'm sorry
tell you
about
right
my
now.
comments.
I'll tell you right now. Miami's not picking.
I'll tell you right now, Miami's getting them.
And he's gonna get a customized heat hat.
Well, I'll tell you right
Wilkie
now.
embroidery.
I'll tell you right now. Bill can do his own subs. So
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Any other names you want to speculate about? Who have we not talked about?
I think a good question is what was brought up before. He played great today at pickup. Chris O'Brien. Does he go first round? Does he go second round?
That's a great point. That's a great
I
point.
think he goes
First round.
somewhere in the second
So
round.
it was brought up before.
I put him
and
in the
the-
13 to 22 range.
Listen,
It was-
it's crazy to think that a man that is like the leader in scoring top 3 every year is being talked about to drop to the second round. Somebody that is maybe a captain that's not used to a high scorer would reach out to get
Would you
him.
take him at 11?
We'd be in discussions.
for
Alright.
sure.
You know what I think? I think the
You
best
have,
player.
you have to think
I think
about
the best
you have to
player.
think about him at 11.
I think the best player late in the draft lottery to take him, and I don't think he will because I just don't think it's his thought process and mix. But I think if Bremy took
That's
Chris
what I was
O'Brien,
just gonna say.
it would be the perfect pick.
Or Quinn.
Well, first off, when I
Quinn's
Yeah.
good.
Quinn.
Quinn would be a good pick too, honestly.
I really just can't take Quinn seriously.
first off, as a captain,
Just can't.
when I voted for my MVP, Chris O'Brien was in my top 3. Like I'll be.
This was in the summer?
No, fall, when he was the captain. He was in my top 3. Dude, you gotta think of a guy who scores at will. Today, as we stated earlier, like off camera, when the stats are involved, what type of player is Chris? Like, is he gonna go for his shot or is he gonna go for the pass?
It's
Like
true.
that's a good point. Like, dude, Chris sometimes
Yeah.
tries to go for the points. Like,
Yeah.
I love Chris as a player, but he sometimes tries to go for the points. Like, he draws double teams, he draws triple teams, he dribbles a lot.
Yeah.
When he wants
He
to
just
pass
gets
the
it.
ball, he can be one of the best players in this league.
Yeah, no, I agree.
If he wants to pass it, he can be one of the best players in the league.
I agree. Now here's another question. His buddy that he had sign up, he's 2 off the drop list.
Kyle
Every
McCluskey.
season we get 2 people that are going to drop.
Yeah.
Minimum. Kyle McCluskey, 6'6", starter at Council Rock, played D3 basketball, just decided to stop playing. Apparently athletic 6'6", dunks all over
We
the
played
floor.
pickup with him.
Apparently he's pretty good. He can shoot.
And one day.
Apparently he's a knockdown shooter, athletic.
Kid.
I was told if he
Oh,
hasn't,
shit, he's
I,
good.
I was told if he didn't go top 5, that's crazy.
He's good.
He's good, but I don't think he's better than Tommy Heston.
Okay,
I don't
well,
think he's
that's
better than
still-
Mike White, but then yeah.
Okay. No, the kid is really good.
Hashtag
Right.
kryptonite.
But I think if Chris should get in the ear of one of his captains and say, pick me first, and then pick Kyle McCluskey second.
He's not going to the second round. There's no way.
You
can't-
Depends what people
You can't
pick.
let a 6'6"
Dude,
dude go to the
there's-
second
so
round. You
you're-
can shoot.
But you don't know. These dudes are rookies. You don't know their schedules. You don't know
I
this
was told he'll play for anybody.
Who are you told this by?
Alex and Chris.
Well, dude, honestly,
The
I
kid
think-
can shoot. The kid can
This-
shoot.
this-
And he's 6'6". It's like essentially it's Keelan. 6'6", can shoot, but I've heard told he's more athletic and a little
This
bigger.
breaks up a whole other discussion. Like, what should rookies say? Like, you're gonna say you're gonna play for one guy, and you're not gonna tell another person you're not gonna play for another person. This is a whole other discussion. This is a whole other podcast.
If I'm Schaefer, I might go Alex, Corey, and get Kyle McCluskey.
He
McCluskey's
was
not
there.
in the, no, he's not in the pool yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right now
He's 2
reserved.
spots out. He's gonna
He's
get
going to
it.
be there.
Here's a question. Let's go around and see, and everybody can have one guy. You can even think about it for 30 seconds. Who you think, if he drops to the second round, who we think is a second round guy, who is automatically going to make a team, and it's a steal. Like in my opinion,
I
if
got that.
Scuba goes to the second round,
At the
it's a
Crime.
great pick for
17.
whoever gets it.
That's 17.
So anybody in the back end,
Thank you.
Miami, we certainly will have a chance possibly to get Scuba coming back in the second round.
I
I
don't
think
mind Schaefer though.
I think Scuba would be my guy. I would say that to steal if he gets the second round.
Where'd Scuba go in the summer? Second round?
Second round.
No, he's a captain.
In the summer.
Yeah, Scuba was captain.
Oaks.
No, I meant fall. I'm sorry.
Second round. Oaks.
Who do you think, Lal?
Who's your guy?
I don't know.
I
I really don't know.
Who's your guy?
I'd probably do. In all honesty,
Oh,
I'd probably go Chris O'Brien.
I think Chris could be that guy to fall to the second round.
I
I just think he's what many points he average in the fall?
Had to be over 23, 24. Anyone know the exact number?
But here's my, I don't know.
gotta be up
I
there.
actually wouldn't say Chris because I really don't like Chris defensively. I really just think he's a poor defender. I really just,
That's fair.
I really don't like it. And I mean, I don't really. And the last image I have of Chris is him in the fall, and I think he didn't really trust any of his teammates in the fall. I think he just wanted to jack up a ton of shots, and he had Sam Ryan, where
Another player got
Sam Ryan.
Sam
The triple double.
Sam Ryan got a lot of. Sam Ryan was a big
performance.
part of that team,
Broke the
not even
record
just
for rebounds.
of rebounding,
Yeah.
but he could see
Sam
the floor
Ryan.
really
That was
well.
another quick kid I was going to say. Where do you think he goes?
Second round.
He's definitely gonna have
Another
to fall
person
second.
we didn't with a guy that dropped that we didn't talk about yet, Matt Glenn.
Someone
Someone will take him in the
First
second
off,
round.
Matt Glenn will go where he wants.
we
to
all
go.
know what Glenn's really
I
chances are.
I didn't say it at the time, but I'm going to say it now. I think there's a good chance you could see Glenn and Bremy team up.
That's
Go
not-
bigs and then get a score,
That's
get a
not
shooter.
surprising.
Along with
First
that,
off, could Bremy go Glenn first round, O'Brien second round?
Here's
now will all three of those guys be able to coexist?
I think
That's the
I think
interesting
that's
part.
Glenn's two big issues are his attitude and the fact that he just screams at anyone and anything.
But if you get him on a right team, he's
yeah,
Needs
but
to be controlled.
needs to be controlled, and he just never gets back on defense. Too.
I could see
That's
Glenn
the
going
other
second
problem.
round to Duffy.
I
If McGinty's not there.
I can.
I can see
First
it.
off, Duffy likes Frank Fry.
Duffy's not taking Frank Fry.
Not
Second
in
round.
the second round, though.
Second round, he's not going to the second round.
All right. So who's your second round guy? Who do you think can change the team in the second round?
I gotta look in the pool. I don't know.
I think Dwight can change the team in the second round.
as-
Yeah, but if they
Final
don't
up there,
fall,
please.
Well, he
do
could
we
go
see
second
Dwight
round.
fall into the second round?
Yeah, I could see Dwight fall into the second
Dwight
round.
can fall in the
Look at his
second round.
attendance history. Look at everything. He quit on the whole
R.I.P.
Nets.
Brian, Brendan Horan.
Who's your second round guy?
Mine?
I would say Matt Glenn's the guy that's going to be the difference maker.
My
He
second-
always has a very big part of the league, often on the court, whether he's vocally, the guy talking up, or guy has the best free
The guy
field
aver-
goal percentage of all
The
time,
guy averaged 15 rebounds and about 10 points in the fall. So
and averages his assists too.
Yeah.
Probably averages around 4 a game.
I mean, if you want to get someone that you can
just
work
have
through
to be
the,
able to be
yeah.
prepared to deal.
If you want to
with
get someone that you can work through
Okay.
posts with, I mean, Glenn's your guy in reality.
I'm going with Alex Corey. If your
What
second
pick
round
was
pick
he in the fall?
five. If your second round pick can
No,
guard a
six.
team's best player,
6.
Still.
Ronald was 5. He was 6.
Yeah,
Still.
that's
Still.
if your second round pick can guard a best player on each team, that's a difference maker right there. Because your first two guys don't have to guard those best players.
Who did
Yeah.
you just say?
First off,
He said Alex Corey.
No. Did he say Phil?
no, my second round guy. My second round guy is a rookie.
You think
Here
Mike
comes
White?
Mike
Think
White.
Mike White? Going with kryptonite.
Mike White. Honestly, he's gonna play one game in the regular season and then the playoffs, and he would be the best player in this league. That's just how it is.
These are bold words.
It's just how it is.
This is kryptonite.
He's gonna be the best player in this league.
Yeah, did Victoria sign up?
Victoria's not in there.
She's not in. That's not fine.
But if he's
Liz
there,
does though.
if he's there in the second round and he doesn't drop out, again, he doesn't drop out.
Yeah.
He currently lives in Baltimore for all the captains. He's a 6'10" guard. How do you not take that in the second round?
Because like you said, he's going to play one game. Teams have to get to the playoffs. So you're going to get rid of the second round pick. You got to get to
If
the
you're
playoffs.
someone like
If you're him, you can't do it because him and
if you're someone like a Brandon Feinstein or a top player in this league, you can afford to blow that second round.
How
pick.
many captains do you think out of 16 could sacrifice not having a second round?
1,
5.
5? I
One.
think. Who do you
One.
think?
maybe 2.
Fine. Schleppers could probably get away with it.
No.
Him and
No,
Seibel
fine.
could get them to the playoffs.
Yeah, him and Simon.
Yeah.
Where are they at? In the East?
They're one. They're in the West.
The
They're
key
the
is
Jets.
getting into the play.
Who's in the West?
You got
Keelan could probably get away with it.
you got Schleppitz in the West. Demar, Keelan, Rambo,
Rambo could
Brown,
probably get away with it.
Flair, Bremy,
Quinn.
Quinn. That's it.
I don't think.
4.
he can get away with it.
4.
Who?
Fine, Schleppitz, Keelan, and I think it said Rambo. That's it. And Duffy, 5.
Duffy's in the East. Okay.
Yeah, Duffy, 5. 5 can get away with it. But other than that, it's a risk. It's definitely a risk.
You,
I don't think-
moral
I don't
stories
think
here.
he'll-
Just drop the dude out so we can move on from this guy, please.
He wants to play.
He's kryptonite.
He doesn't.
Kryptonite?
He
One of the
wants to
best
play
names,
basketball.
arguably the best nickname already going into the
He
league.
wants to play. It's a 6'10" guard who can knock down shots like from 25 plus out like it's nothing.
Bill, who's your fringe guy here?
Well, I said Scuba would be one because
Scuba, yeah.
I think Scuba will be a second rounder. I don't think that's a disrespect to Scuba. I just think, barring the people that we've mentioned, I think he'll drop to the second. So I think automatically someone on the back end would be happy with that. Pistol was mentioned.
That's another one, yeah.
Pistol. First round talent.
No, I'm not saying Pistol. That's my guy. I'm saying Pistol was mentioned. He could be a second round guy that could be good for.
Yeah,
teams.
he wasn't mentioned in the first round at all.
Yeah. So
You could lead a team.
I would
offensively.
say Scuba would be my one, but
Gint?
I said Alex. Alex, if you can.
Where do you think like a Tyler Nickel goes or a Behan?
That's a great
I think
point.
Rambo takes Tyler Nickel as a second round pick.
I agree.
I could see
I
that.
They
agree.
had a lot of
I agree.
success together that one summer they played together.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
Makes
the
sense.
Sixers could take Tyler Nickel. Duffy loves Tyler
Duff loves
Nickel.
Nickel too. Again, you got the two Pellies right there between Duff and Bo, 8 and 9. They're gonna have
Where does
similar
Behan go?
picks.
Somewhere in the fourth.
If Schlepitz was smart, he would pick Seibel, and then there's
Behan.
one of those next two picks. I think he would take a Behan. You need a
He
lot
is going
of
to
time
drop the Seibel second round, late second round.
to Schlepitz in late second round. I mean, we're
I think
naming
it's fair. There's
guys.
a lot of
A
talent.
lot of
still in
guys
that
don't
middle.
pick defense in their first 2 rounds. Right?
Yeah,
They're wrong.
No, you're absolutely right.
Fair.
I think Behan is a very good defender.
Okay, so let's say I don't move. Where does Affit go?
I think.
Oh, man, what a
I
topic.
think not.
What a topic.
I could see Rambo loading up on Affit again, taking him just like he did last summer.
and the bunnies are getting wild.
The rabbits are going a little wild.
The rabbits are getting rabid.
Oh yeah, let's stretching it out.
Yeah.
What you're gonna see with Affit is that guy can only play 20 minutes a game. He's built like a 90-year-old man.
Dude, this draft is so deep.
There's just so much depth with some of these guys again we haven't even talked about.
It's a deeper draft.
You didn't even mention a Dugan.
Yo, it's a deep draft. It's good to be in the back end. I think you're gonna get 2 solid. Just saying.
Yeah, but the front end, you might even be able to get a solid guy with
Another
your
guy.
star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not at 32, I don't think.
You're telling.
So we
could
said.
make a Shane Dugan
So we
come
pretty
over
much
and-
all agreed the Hawks were probably the winner of the draft. Who
Yes.
do you think was the loser? Do we
Kevin,
think
Kevin Quinn.
Lakers.
it's got to be the Kings and
No,
the Lakers? I
no,
think.
Lakers
Maybe.
are the loser. Lakers are
For
the
what we
loser.
wanted.
Well, because
13
his
is not
mindset going, it was I want top 3.
I think.
What was we don't
I
know
think the
Quinn's
big.
mindset.
I think the
Quinn's
biggest.
mindset was probably
Grizzlies?
The biggest loser of this draft is the guy that's been heartbroken for a decade over the 76ers. And how bad they've been. This is a heartbreak for him. He had almost an impossible top 5. He should have gotten at least.
Well, Quinn
at
will
least he got 16.
Quinn
He got, or 14, whatever he
15,
got.
yeah.
15.
Yeah,
Quinn will find out about the
we
draft
don't
in 2
know
weeks.
what Quinn wants. What if Quinn is sitting there right now? All right, cool. I'm getting Mike McGarry and
Yeah.
I don't know who
He could
else.
still luck out, but I think
Mike
for-
McGarry and Chris O'Brien. What if you got Mike McGarry and Chris O'Brien?
Honestly, we gotta see how these rookies are too. There's a lot of.
Well, there's no combine, so we won't know what these rookies are before they're drafted.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Another thing we need to implement a draft combine. Rookies must be
fine.
must partake.
I don't even know who the rookies are, to be honest with you.
The top 16, I could see so many people go so many different spots. What are these?
Same.
Yo, you okay, dude?
Yeah, I go straight on my leg.
Oh, okay.
Shut up.
All right.
Sam Molly, recovering from
Yeah, I can see
ACL
so many
surgery.
people going so many different places also. It's
It's a
you
mess.
gotta figure someone's moving out of the top 5.
Also, note to the captains, Mike White might be moving to Philadelphia. Just saying.
This sounds like another internship.
Just saying.
The kryptonite.
I'm gonna put it out there, dude. This kid's the best kid in the draft. He's third A1 in the draft. I've been saying that since he committed.
Now, do you think he's better than the GOAT Aaron
Yes!
Goodman?
Oh no. No,
You can't go that far.
No, it's better than the goat.
Did Mark Church sign up?
No, he's not back. Unfortunately. That would 100% be a guy on the Lakers.
Mike,
team.
if Mike can commit to every single game, he's the number 1 player in this draft, and that's it. Mike, if Mike commits to the draft, you're number 1. If he can move to Philadelphia every game, if you don't take him number 1, you're dumb. He just
Tony, we haven't seen this guy play. How would we be dumb?
Tony, we get the point. He's good.
Listen to me,
He's-
if-
And now bombs get a little
Schlepitz
fired
has
up.
never
Fucking
seen
hurt
Mike
the
White
last
play, so why would
fucking
Schlepitz go off
minutes.
Tony's word? Give me Mike White.
That's fair.
It sounds like when who's the one guy that you guys drafted that wasn't very good in the fall? That
Oh
was
no,
good?
no. It sounds like Kieran.
Who's Kieran?
Kieran
Kerwick. It sounds like when he was gonna be like top 3 defender in the league, and then like he didn't play.
He tried to go to fire person school.
Owe me a beer.
No,
just kidding.
right now. But he went to fire person school. He would have been a top 3 defender.
Fire person school.
Yeah,
Wait a minute, hold on. The poll's in. Wow, the poll is in on the nicknames.
Is it?
Just got the update.
Okay.
You can read it if you'd like to read it.
Wow, this is breaking news.
What are these polls? Where was this
Breaking news.
All right, so we got the number 1 overall in the poll. Most people love Betty Love.
Yeah!
Oh, you're breaking my house?
Yeah, we're gonna have to end this video. NOBL.
And Aristotle did not get
Aristotle did not get any votes.
No, this is the last vote.
That's amazing. Oh my
Did you do this on Twitter?
No. We pulled the Facebook.
Facebook.
Mumford.
Yeah. So,
No, it was not. There was no actual poll.
there was no poll.
This isn't live.
Yeah, wow. God, come on, man.
They're gonna see it.
All right, I think. Any final closing thoughts from each person?
Mike White.
Oh, the sex offenders want to know you guys didn't show up today.
Oh yeah, Booth beat the sexual offenders. Yeah, way to show up, you fucking pussies.
Any-
The heel turn. We would have kicked the shit out of you guys so fucking bad. If you showed up, it would have been 16-0. All right, thanks for showing, fucking bitches. No one showed up from your team. 0 fucking people.
Yeah, is there any predictions, early predictions for an MVP?
Yeah, I have one.
Well, we know Tony's.
We know Tony's prediction.
No, I think.
He can't win MVP showing up for one game.
Yeah, I think.
Could it be that valuable of a game? 208
Listen to me.
points?
Listen to me.
He'll break the
I
record.
think at the 2 spot, if DeLocke gets taken, Timmy O'Brien, he'll win the MVP.
Personally, I think Brandon Feinstein wins MVP.
No,
That's just me.
travesty. Just kidding. You do deserve it.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'll go fine.
You think Fine?
I think Fine wins.
It depends on who Fine gets it for.
I still think Fine
If
wins.
he gets a Reddington, they're both.
You
They both can't average 29 points a game.
You can't argue with those stats in the summer.
Yeah, no,
I mean, depending on what Pat's schedule's gonna be like, if Pat's there, I think Pat can win it too.
Pat and Fine on the same team. You think one of them can win the MVP?
I think Fine wins.
I think that's
No,
too
no,
much.
no, on the same
That was
team.
my thought for the Jazz.
But I-
If he takes Schleppitz or DeLocke, I don't think either of those
I
guys will
personally don't think Fine will pick him if he's at 4. I think he's gonna have the same
I-
rate. You didn't want to pick him last year
He's not gonna have
for
4.
some reasons.
He's not gonna have 4.
Because I already have
He's
it
not
on
gonna have
my-
4.
I know, but I'm saying you didn't want to pick him last year. You told me right away that he's got an attitude. You didn't like how he played. I'm just saying, I don't.
Poof on cut.
And I think there would be a worry that Pat wouldn't want to play for you.
I've already been talking to him.
Oh, okay.
He's getting 4.
All right.
Well, Lowry's
Scuba, what's your MVP pick over there?
I really don't know. It depends on who drafts who. I really don't know. I'm very clueless to the fact that who's going to pick who right now. I think, to be honest with you, wherever Heston goes, he wins MVP.
Wow. That's a great.
I
That's a
think-
good.
I think if
He's
Heston
fine.
ends up with DeMar, he can win
He
MVP.
can win MVP.
Yeah.
I don't think Fine
that's-
passed.
that's
If Fine
my
sits at 4, he's not passing.
It's whichever team Ron gets picked, that person's probably gonna win MVP.
Yeah, that
just
we'll
happens
go with
every
that.
year.
It should just
I think it's like
happen.
4 out of the last 5 seasons or something like that.
Does anyone think a rookie will win it?
Nah.
If Mekhi Bryant plays, he's a legitimate
Alright.
chance. All I'm gonna say.
No, I didn't as a rookie, so no one can.
I mean, I got to go with Mike White. Mike White, he's 6'10" guard. You know, he lives in Baltimore.
Mike White, we're taking him.
No,
You
Mekhi
can hear all
Bryant.
you want. He's the best.
I don't care if he's the best player. I just want to stop hearing about him every 5 minutes.
MVP, it's really tough because I think the Jazz, like I said, it would be Seibel would probably be my favorite to win it. But with playing with Schleps, they're both gonna take a lot of shots.
Dark horse
They're both gonna
MVP.
divvy it up a little bit.
Dark horse MVP. If Schleppitz gets the team he wants, he could average 40 a game.
Wow.
Breaking news also, Schleppitz will go to the D League if, before next season. So
No, I mean, if
He
Seibel
averaged
goes,
30 a game. on
if
the
Seibel
Lakers.
goes more to a playmaking
I know,
role
but-
with Schleppitz, he's gonna get Schleppitz open shots.
Yeah, dude.
He gets double team,
could
triple team
average
every possession.
40 a game.
I'm gonna make a very bold pick, and I think that this guy will win MVPs. I think he's gonna average almost 30 a game. I think Chris O'Brien.
Wow.
I think he's going to be on a team that he's told to shoot as much as possible.
And
And
make
I
him
think
just
he's going
vomit
to
in
put
a
up the
bucket.
numbers, and I think they'll get him to play.
If that's the case,
That's my guess.
if that's the case, then we can say that Matt's going to win MVP as well. Because if Matt teams up with Duff is not really a shooter.
He got,
No?
he got
My
my
man
MVP,
Matt's a
bro.
shooter.
He
Yeah?
got my MVP.
He's going to get the looks. All he has to do is knock it down. He can win MVP as well. I mean, the man had almost 60 in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
That shit can be like a track meet out there.
Agreed.
You remember that?
That was a great game. I remember that.
You guys want to remember when I died?
Yeah,
I remember that.
So I mean,
Sean Kelly tried to break my ribs that game.
He obviously has
he
a
did.
legitimate chance at winning MVP if he falls to Duff.
This opens a whole new debate. Does the MVP just is based on scoring?
This is my
No,
thing.
no,
I don't.
but I think that Chris is going to be on a team where he has to be the scorer, and I think that'll help boost his.
Do you think that team can make the playoffs?
I just agree. Yeah.
If Chris this is my thing with Chris.
I think
I
he
think
needs to
you're
make
an
the playoffs.
outstanding scorer. If you're watching this, you'll probably watch it. I think you're